Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the SSK show. I'm Smitty Sebastian Kirk.
And I'm Misha C.
And now we're doing the new normal of this coronavirus is going around, so you have to be covered up.
Yeah, so I am wearing a face shield because this one here likes to splatter when he speaks.
That's okay, but I have this on, so you won't get that from now on.
Yeah, I'm
Matter of
feeling
fact,
it
we're
right
say,
now.
oh really? But actually, this is the new normal. They're
Yes.
actually wearing those, and I need to get one of those for you too. So it's all good. Unfortunately, these are the times we're living in. This is not going to work when it gets super hot because you'll pass out.
It will.
I got to poke
Well,
holes in
we've
it.
heard stories of people driving with their mask on.
Why would you drive with this on? Matter of fact, I'm taking it off. Oh,
Lord, okay.
God. First of all, why would you drive with this on in your own car by yourself?
I still
You're gonna you infect yourself?
They could, okay.
I don't know. But
germs.
anyway, it doesn't make sense. But this is something real quick we want to do just for the pandemic was going on, and just talk about how this is like something we never thought would ever happen.
And I do want to say, each time we have to go out, and we of
public.
course are out in public a lot, we say the same thing. We can't believe that we're seeing everybody with masks on, only so many people allowed in the store. So, it's just something we never thought we would see in our lifetime. So I'm going to give first some key differences between an epidemic and a pandemic, which we know that the coronavirus, which is COVID-19, is a pandemic. So one is an epidemic is the outbreak of the disease in a community, while a pandemic is the outbreak of the disease globally. Just to give you an example, SARS was an epidemic while AIDS was a pandemic. And a pandemic disease has the same origin or source wheresoever it gets spread, while the same disease is spreading with different sources in each country. It refers to an epidemic. The epidemic extends to the greater level, then it can become a pandemic.
Right, and we're just going to go over exactly what a pandemic was like 100 years ago. That was in 1918 to 1919. It was, what happened is that a lot of people, it came from Europe. The troops from Europe came over to the United States, and they didn't know they were infected. I don't know what the infection was. They didn't know at first, but they called it the Spanish flu or influenza flu. And over 675 million Americans died from it. Like, I think it was like 50, I forgot, okay, I don't have the statistics on it, how many troops. There was a lot of troops that died from it. And like in the trenches, they were just dying. They would just pound people on top of people, making graves, because they couldn't ship the people back home because they didn't know how to handle this. And back in 1918, when people were getting infected, you would get symptoms, say like you get symptoms that morning, like 10 o'clock that morning, around 4 o'clock the next day in the afternoon, you were dead. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not happening now like that, but people are getting, within a month, they're dead, or even weeks.
More, yeah, it can be within
weeks. Within weeks. I mean, this is like absolutely crazy. And what is statistics like far as our statistics, what's going on?
So as far as...
And also, back then, it was 50 million people infected.
Wow.
Back then.
So as of right now, currently rather, in the U.S., there are 1.54 million confirmed cases, while 90,608 deaths. In Pennsylvania, so it's all of Pennsylvania, there are 62,234 cases and 4,418 deaths.
Where we are.
And then in Allegheny County, there are 1,551 confirmed cases.